Hi everyone, welcome to Sad Kitchen, where I'm sad and so is my kitchen. I just finished recording a video where I royally messed up the recipe. It was some pumpkin muffins. They turned out okay, but they weren't, they're not what they're supposed to be. So in retribution, I'm out of pumpkin puree, but I did do a little scouring inside my pantry, and I found I had everything to make a chocolate orange cake. So instead of making a cake, I'm gonna make cupcakes so I can bring them to work and, you know, not eat them all myself. So first things first, I zested and squeezed one whole orange. But yeah, so like I used one orange. It was about that size. That makes sense. That's the size I used. That is not any shape, way, or size a measurement. But yeah, so if you want to follow along, please do. If you're just here to watch, well then enjoy the show. Enjoy the shit show, if you will. It's gonna be a good time. Alright, so I'm grabbing 2 eggs, cracking those in, just making sure I didn't have any eggshells. And this is why you always double check if there's eggshells or not, because I just saw a little eggy shell try to sneak in there, like the little bratty is. I may run off in a couple seconds here, because I do have some bagels in the oven. We're just gonna like... So while we're agitating and whisking up the eggs, we're getting the zest from the orange to release some of its oils, so that way it gets nice and fresh and amazing and delicious. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Oh, I'm so excited, they look so good. Okay, so if you want a little sneak peek, I will show you when they start cooling down a little bit. And then that way, if you ever decide that you like them and you want to figure out how to make them, well, I also will upload that one, if not first, after this one, because this is the one I'm more excited about. So I might work on this one first, this video first. Yeah, so I whisked it up. It's got nice orange chunks in there. It's got nice foam on its head. And then I'm going to grab half a cup of oil and a cup of milk. I forgot to put water in. I'm not making a mess. You're making a mess. God, I'm baby sometimes. Holy cannoli. How can you guys stand it? I don't know. I barely stand it myself. I said barely. Okay, so remember how I put in some juice, some orange juice. I would say that was about, I'm sure it's fine. The pan's just making some weird noises. It's a little concerning, but I'm sure it's fine. Okay, sorry, what was I saying? Orange juice. I put in, I want to say it was about like a 1/4 cup, a little less than a 1/4 cup of orange juice. And I'm going to take that away from my milk quantity, so that way I still keep my ratio correct. Now, I was always told when you're baking, it is a really good idea to use older milk, not curdled milk, but like spoiled milk. First of all, because that way you're not wasting the milk, but most of all because the flavor of like old milk is a lot more flavorful when it comes to goods, baked goods. Okay, perfect. So in the recipe it says vanilla extract, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add some orange extract instead, because I really want this orange flavor to pop. If you don't want as much orange flavor, that's totally fine. You can just swap out the orange extract for vanilla extract. You know what I'm going to do actually? I didn't fill that up all the way because I actually have some vanilla extract. And okay, so my roommate made some vanilla extract at home. And when I say this stuff is so bleeping good, it adds a very nice contrast to your ingredients, to your recipes. All right, so I'm gonna do that one final mix here. It smells very orangey, which is exactly what I want. I want a more orange cake with like a hint of chocolate. So, alright, I'm gonna grab my handy dandy bag of Robin Hood flour. Not sponsored, but they are pretty much the only flour brand I can get in my area. Yeah. Alright, so I have my handy dandy scale here. I'm gonna turn that to the side just so you can see that, like, I don't know why. I'm just turning it to the side for shits and giggles. Alright, so I'm gonna grab 240 grams of flour. There you go. Alright, so now I need 400 grams of sugar. So I'm at 241, so I need to get to 641. Well, I'm glad I picked up another thing of sugar. Sorry, what was I trying to do? 640. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Now I need 50 grams of cocoa powder. So I'm trying to get to 696. Experimenting here because I only had apparently like 10 grams of cocoa powder, which is not good. So I'm going to use some Kraft chocolate spread, and we're going to put that in with my wet ingredients, and hopefully that adds up some more of the chocolate flavor and doesn't screw up my contrast too much. So yeah, we're experimenting today. All right. This should be interesting. That's over now. Keep coming back for more. Okay. We're getting pretty close. So I'm going to turn on my water to boil. I am going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Yeah, this is the part where I absolutely screwed up my last recipe. I didn't add any baking powder, any baking soda, so they're just like tiny little bricks. They're delicious bricks, but they're bricks. They're hard as rocks. Luckily when you bite into it, it's still pretty soft, so it's not too bad, but like, oh my god, what a mess up. Just rough. What a day. Well, luckily I messaged my one roommate and been like, hey, if you could like pick up some more of the stuff that I'm missing so that I could try this again, that would be great, so that way, you know, do it properly. And he was gracious enough to do that for me, so. Okay. So I added 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. I'm gonna add some salt. Some salt! And again, I'm just gonna measure with my heart because fucking. Cringe fest. That is me. Alright, cool. So I am done with this. And I'm just gonna sift up my ingredients, my dry ingredients here. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no! Apparently there was still some water in my, my whisk bowl. Alright, I'm just gonna get it one cohesive color here. Mix wet and dry, and then I'm going to add 1 cup boiling water and then pour into pans. Okay, so before I actually mix all this together, I should prep my pans. Before I go too far. Okay, so need some cocoa powder. I should do something with oats. If you guys want to see me make anything with oats, please put it in the description because I have a ton of oats. Because we were supposed to be doing like this porridge thing for breakfast. Obviously we are not doing it because if we did, then I wouldn't be in this problem and in this situation. Okay, I think that's about like, I want to say it's a little less than a 1/4 cup of Nutella. Or sorry, chocolate spread. Not sponsored. I always hear them say that and they're always so stressed. Like people on YouTube when they're like, it's not sponsored, but if they did sponsor me, that'd be pretty cool. Not like that. That's just me being weird. That would be my rendition of it. I don't know. I'm curious to see if there is any like any hype to it about like the, you know, getting called out for not sponsoring something or like having something not actually be sponsored. And then people are like, it sounds like you're sponsoring them. And it's like, no, I just really like their products. If they would sponsor me, that would be great. Okay. Being a little messy when I cook. And then just leaving it all out for someone else to deal with. And you know what? It may not be New Year's, but that doesn't mean it's too late or too early to, you know, start doing better and being a better person. Will it last? Probably not. But I like to say that at least I'm trying and it'll make it easier for the next time I push. And then hopefully I get a little bit better and then I get a little bit better and then I get a little bit better. And the next thing I know, boom! I just don't need to get better because it's just natural. Alright, so that's right, before I do this, I need to line up my muffin tins. As I'm gonna make the dozen here, and then if I have a little bit more that I need to do, then I'm going to use these guys. And the cute little Halloween vibes. Okay. Everything's lined, everything is ready to go. We're gonna set these over here and then I'm gonna have a little sippy sap of orange juice. It is not freshly squeezed, we just have a shit ton of orange juice in the fridge, so. Yummy, yum. I wish you saw that, it actually went in the bin. I'm not wearing my glasses, I'm blind as fuck right now. Oh my god! Ah! I can't believe... okay, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I should join sports. Join a major sports team, just like... Oh, actually. I'm not a big fan of like hockey and stuff, but maybe if I joined like a curling team or something, that'd be pretty cool. All right, so we've made our chocolate eggy milk. We've iced our pans. We need our water. So we got our cup of basically boiling water. Okay, so while I mix this, I don't want to use that. I want to use this. Okay. Because I don't want to overwork the flour, right? I don't want the gluten to get like gross or anything. There we go. Boom. Okay, and then if I remember correctly, it's like when it's just about to be fully incorporated. And I will say I'm actually pretty proud of this because it does smell fantastic. So, oop, that was very hot. I wonder why that hurts. And then keep mixing while you add in your hot water. Because if you stop, it's going to start like giving you some bubbles and it's not going to properly mix. But this is definitely going to be a lot more than 12 cupcakes. So, I'm going to grab a big dumb spoon because I'm going to try to see if this makes my life easier. Okay, I will say this smells really good. Okay. Okay, so in case anyone was ever wondering, I'm making muffins or cupcakes. I feel like this is kind of obvious, but like it does like spread the tin out, so having it inside the metal sheet, it does make a difference. Okay, so I'm going to start with the tiny ones here because these are going to take a lot less time. I'm going to start with 15 minutes, and then we're going to go from there. And then for these ones here, I'm going to bake them at the same temperature, but these ones I'm going to bake for 25 minutes. Yeah, I will let you know if anything changes. I'm going to do some dishes while I clean up. All right, see you soon. All right, everyone, welcome back. I just took the mini cupcakes out of the oven, and I just put the regular size cupcakes in the oven. So today for an icing, because, you know, we're just experimenting today. Today is just the day. We're not following any rules. except for like the basics of baking. So I'm gonna grab a full thing of whipping cream. I'm using lactose free today because I want my roommates and I to be able to enjoy this. And I'm gonna do something a little interesting, if you will. So I'm gonna add a little bit of orange. I'm gonna add a little bit of mint to this. I know it's not totally super zany or anything like that, but it will be an interesting flavor. And one of the things I wanted to do as well. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so I'm going to zest a little bit of this orange in here as well, because I don't know if you know this or not, but like I really like orange flavors. And I also kind of like the idea of having a little bit of like having that orange zest just popping out. Oh, I just had an idea, guys. Okay, hang on. What if, okay, so for the mini cupcakes, they kind of like flattened out and stuff, as you can see. It kind of looks like a cookie, if you will. So what I might do is I might try to make like a pumpkin shape, because it is fall. 'Tis the season. I know it's not 'tis the flavors, but like, I already made pumpkin muffins. What more do you want from me? All right, perfect. So we got some zest in there. We've got some orange flavoring. We've got some mint flavoring, and we're gonna grab some icing sugar. So I am going to add this in a cup at a time. Until I get the desired texture that I want, and also because I don't want it to like fluff up or like poof out at my face. This is a third cup I'm using right now, so if you think, hey, you're not doing what you said you would do, I am. I'm just using the wrong size of cup for what I said I would do. All right? I'm gonna start on low while it just does its thing, and we're just gonna like, there we go. I'm just gonna do like, oh, that's a stiff peak. Look at that. It is just vibing there. Love that. Okay, perfect. Love that for us. Yeah, there is a couple of icing, of like little icing sugar meltdowns there. So we're just gonna, or like little clumps. So we're just gonna let that stew for a little bit longer. I'm so excited though. That looks great. That looks great, guys. Okay, I should actually be worried about over mixing this, because that is something that can happen. So I don't need the rest of this. I'll just put that to the side for now. I don't need as much green as I do orange. So I'm going to split this up into two pools here. Because I'm going to do two colors of icing. Alright, so in the big one here, I'm going to add some orange. It'll let me. Okay, so I saw this trick for food coloring, or like for like anything that you use in small quantities. What you can do is you pierce 2 holes. You pierce one for the airflow and then one a little bit bigger, or vice versa, whichever you want to do. So it comes out in a controlled manner. It's a little too controlled. Alright, now put away. You're done with the orange. And now, I want to try to do a dark one. I was doing something. Ah, icing. Icing! That's what I was doing. I was doing icing. Okay. Ah, okay. So that idea that I did with the other one, these are a little thicker than I actually thought they would be. But that's fine. So I don't want a lot of black. I just want a little bit. Because I want it to be a darker. No, that's too dark. Okay, well I'm glad I did that on the side. I was a little curious what it would look like, but okay. This is black, and this is black. Okay, so here's the thing. Yes, I finished mixing up my icings, but I'm going to put them in the fridge because they're made with whipped cream. It does need to be in the fridge. I almost forgot my glitter! This could have been a disaster! I'm going to make this super sparkly. Okay, cool. So, yeah, in the fridge we go. When this is completely cooled off, I'm going to transfer it over to another container, and then we're going to ice it and make it all nice and pretty. Okay, see you soon. Hi everyone, welcome back. Just finished icing up the last of the cake here. I crumpled up the last little bits of the cake and just crumbled it up and mixed it in with the icing, and I was like, that's good enough. It's a cake crumble, if you will. And here's the cupcakes. They really didn't turn out as nicely as I wanted them to, but they taste delicious, I imagine. So first thing I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna take a little bite of my wonderful it's good. It's good, it's moist, it tastes delicious. The icing has a nice mint flavor to it, and you get like an aftertaste of orange, which is actually pretty cool. I don't taste very much chocolate, I will say, so maybe a little bit more cocoa powder next time. But yeah, overall I would say it is edible. Join me again one of these days here. I will make another video. I'm not at the point in time where I can make these videos consistently just yet, but you know, we're having fun. We're having a good time. Yeah, join me again and enjoy your fall day. Enjoy the weather outside. The leaves are changing colors here, so you know, if the same thing's happening for you, take advantage of the lovely weather. Whatever.